The UK is best known for its stretch of breathtaking countryside views, and when you think of waterfalls, it isn't something you'd associate with the UK. However, thanks to the lockdowns caused by the various lockdowns, some of us discovered the UK was more than just the countryside. With more and more people knowing about these waterfalls thanks to social media, it may be hard to find a car space and have some alone time at the falls. That's why we've created this useful guide filled with some of the best hidden waterfalls which are still unknown to the majority of people. Here are 10 of the best hidden waterfalls in the whole of the UK, with some of them even have plunge pools at the bottom which you can dive in and have a dip. Number 1. Hornyside Force. Hornyside Force is a stunning hidden waterfall located on Hornyside Fell up high on the mountainside. There are some great views down Great Langdale which can be viewed from the waterfall, and you'll more or less have the whole place to yourself. Sitting in the shadows of Crinkle Crags is one of our favourite waterfalls in the Lake District, Hornyside Force. It really is amazing, and it's also the perfect spot for a wild swim if you're up for it in a natural waterfall. For those exploring with a little one, you can take them to Hornyside Force since it's easy to reach as there isn't much elevation gain. The last time we went the water looked so magical and green, and it's the perfect destination for a quick dip and a cool down after a busy day hiking around the lakes. Number 2. Watkins Path. This little gem is a must-visit for all wild swimming lovers. It's only a short walk from the car park, in which you'll be able to experience some great plunge pools for a cold water dip on a warm day. Don't worry about getting there early to secure your spot. There's plenty of pools to find and have either for yourself, or share with others. An amazing walk up around Gladstone Rock will take you to these gorgeous waterfalls and plunge pools in Snowdon. The walks is very scenic, and takes you through woodlands with house ruins until you are presented with breathtaking mountain views. If you have the right footwear, the whole walk should take you around 30 to 40 minutes. It's safe to say Watkins Path is a must-visit for those who absolutely love wild swimming. It's only a short walk from the car park where you can experience some great plunge pools for a breezy cold water dip on a warm summer's day. Number 3. Steall Waterfall. After a 30-minute walk you'll be rewarded with the views of Steall Waterfall. The walk is relatively easy, and once you get down to the falls the scene is absolutely beautiful. The route heads through the dramatic and gorgeous Nevis Gorge and leads to this awesome waterfall. Once you overcome the 40 to 60-minute walk from the car park to Steall Waterfall, the long journey will be forgotten when you're presented with these stunning views. There are 2 ways in which you can get to the waterfall. One is by crossing the river via a wire bridge, which is a favourite. Or the second option would be to simply walk through the clean and clear water, which is also pleasant. Unlike many other waterfalls in Scotland, unfortunately there are no plunge pools waiting for you to swim in at the bottom. Also, make sure not to stay there too late as the midges come out to play, around 4 p.m. Number 4. St Audrey's Bay. What's better than a secluded beach? A waterfall on a secluded beach. St Audrey's Bay Waterfall is a beautiful hidden gem located on a lovely beach in West Somerset, and it's definitely worth checking out if you're doing the English Coast Path. Visitors at St Audrey's Bay Waterfall can enjoy the water rolling down the hills of the bay whilst collecting some vitamin D on a summer's day. Even though it is still amazing when it's only a trickle of rain, we definitely recommend having a look after a heavy day of rainfall. Careful though, the waterfall isn't accessible during high tide, so make sure to check for tide times before visiting. We've seen people mention how it's technically not a waterfall due to it not gushing down loads of water. However, that is nature for you. It obviously depends on when you visit St Audrey's Bay Waterfall, just like any other waterfall in the UK. What's very unique about this one is that it's on a beach. Number 5. Henrhyd Falls. Henrhyd Falls is the tallest waterfall in South Wales, dropping 27 metres. But this isn't what it's famous for. Rather, it's for serving as the Dark Knight Rises Batcave entrance in the Batman films. It's true what they say, Batman's cave is the perfect place to enjoy nature. The paths at Henrhyd Falls are beautiful to walk along whilst breathing in that fresh Welsh air, listening to the gushing sound of the waterfall. In our opinion, it's one of the best waterfalls in the whole of the UK that you can walk behind. The National Trust, who own the waterfall, improved visitor access by adding new steps and a pathway that allows you to walk behind the waterfall after the waterfall made an appearance in the 2012 movie. It's a lot of fun to walk behind the waterfall, especially when there's a strong current, but it's very slippery, so use extreme caution. Number 6. Nant Col Waterfalls. The pools at Nant Col Waterfall are definitely up there with some of the best. If you're staying at the nearby campsite, there is a lovely spot to paddle, especially for the younger ones. However, as you walk further up the falls, there is a beautiful pool which is much deeper, and once you get to the big pool, the pool there is perfect for a good old swim. The waterfalls at Nant Col are absolutely amazing, and we definitely suggest having a dip if you're brave enough. There are some lovely walks around the site, and we highly recommend watching the sunset over Snowdonia from the rocks at the top of the waterfall. For those staying at the nearby campsite, you'll be pleased to hear the river flows through the campsite with a cute picnic island in the middle where the river splits into two. There is no phone signal here at the campsite, so it really is the perfect place to relax and go off-grid. Number 7, Freeshead Head. The Freeshead Head is a brilliant spot with lovely waterfalls and pools to swim in. Although it is freezing 90% of the time, it is definitely worth it. The pools are deep enough to have a swim, however we do not recommend diving in. Described as an awesome hidden gem, Freeshead Head has risen to fame since the pandemic, but you'll still find it relatively quiet. It's only 35 to 40 minutes walk from the main walk, in which you'll be greeted with stunning views as well as wildlife. The pools at Freeshead Head are deep enough for a little swim, however we strongly advise diving in. It's a great day out when the sun is shining, however after a day of heavy rain it looks absolutely amazing. Number 8, East Gill Force. East Gill Force is an amazing little gem of 2 waterfalls which lead down into the river Steall and has one of the cleanest waters in the UK. There is quite a bit of a steep descent in order to get to the waterfall, so do take that into consideration before visiting the falls. For those wanting to visit East Gill Force, the good thing is that it's really easy to get to. You can simply park up on the side of the road and walk down a short step of falls, which are quite steep, in order to get to the falls. Why not have a sit on one of the benches and have a cute little picnic? East Gill Force really is an amazing spot to come for a secluded visit to a waterfall, as well as enjoying a bit of wild swimming. It's only a 10-minute walk from the nearby village Keld, which we would definitely recommend visiting since you're in the area. Number 9, Clashnessie Falls. Clashnessie Falls is a gorgeous waterfall located in the small coastal village of Clashnessie. Once you get up and close to the waterfall, it's absolutely huge, especially after a few heavy days of rainfall, so please take caution as the water can be quite intense. Clashnessie Falls is a huge and beautiful waterfall which you can walk right up to. We don't recommend doing this on a rainy day whilst water is gushing down. It's very impressive from up close as well as afar, and you'll only need to walk around 10 to 15 minutes from the nearest car park to get to it. For those planning to visit Clashnessie Falls, we recommend wearing wellies or good walking boots as it gets quite marshy at points, even on a dry day. Number 10, Aber Falls. Aber Falls is a beautiful waterfall at the end of an amazing valley. For those with walking difficulties, you'll be pleased to know there is step-free access all the way to one side of the waterfall. There is access to the other side, however this requires irregular descending steps to a bridge and then more climbing on the opposite bank. However, going via this route gives a good view of the waterfall from a higher viewpoint, which is part sloping rocky grass. As part of the Wales Coastal Path, there is a longer, 3-hour circular trail. This path will lead you to a breathtaking vantage point from which you can see the Isle of Anglesey across the strait. There you have it. These are 10 of the best hidden waterfalls located across the UK, perfect for your next adventure. Whether you plan to do a road trip around UK or are visiting for the summer, you should definitely check out some of these hidden waterfalls. Make sure to like this video and subscribe for more hidden gem videos. Gain access to over 1,000 hidden locations in the UK when you use the Hidden Gem Finder. Each gem comes with its own Google Maps link which can be opened whilst on the map, so there's no need to write down the coordinates. Choose from a range of different categories, from secret waterfalls, wild swimming spots, caves, to beaches and even child and disabled friendly locations. Use the search bar to discover your local hidden gems or the nearest to your next holiday destination. Visit ukhiddengems.co.uk to get exploring now.